Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhasa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhasa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhasa. So today we are in the tebhūmakakusalaṃ. Tebhūmakakusalaṃ. Dhammasaṅgaṇī, page number 69, 66, 70, 71, and then 72. So far we have studied 8 Mahakusala Citta, and then 5 Rupavacarakusala Citta, and then 4 Arupavacarakusala Citta. So separately, so one after another. Then collectively, the Buddha explained tebhūmakakusalaṃ. The Buddha collectively explained these kusala citas that have been in the sense sphere, material sphere, and then immaterial sphere. So the way the Buddha mentioned there is, you may read page number, paragraph number 269. There kāmāvacarakusala citta. Dhammakusala. What are the kusala cittas? So yasamain samaye kāmāvacarakusalaṃ citta uppana hoti. Somanasa sahagata jnana sampayutta. Then that much we already studied after that. Then here different classification is that hinam piyala, majiman piyala, panidam piyala, and then chandadipatiyam piyala, vidiyadipatiyam piyala, chaitadipatiyam piyala, and then vimansadipatiyam piyala. And again, chandadipatiyam hina piyala. And then we can continue. Chandadipatiyam majiman, chandadipatiyam panidam. So also vidiyadipatiyam hina, majiman panidam, chaitadipatiyam hina, majiman panidam, vimansadipatiyam hina, majiman panidam. So if you read like this, so we can understand that my first Mahakusala Citta, that associate with the somanasa, pleasant feeling, and then associate with the wisdom, jnana sampayutta. And also it is an unprompted asaṅkhārika citta. So that even that citta can be classified again as a hina, inferior, majjhima, medium, and then panida, superior. Then chandadipatiyam, so governed by the chanda. And then vidiyadipatiyam, governed by the viriya effort. And then chaitadipatiyam, governed by the citta, consciousness. And then vimansadipatiyam, governed by the wisdom. Then that is a pure method. Purely imaging hina, as hina, panita, majjhima. So predominant by the chanda, viriya, citta, vimansa. Then even the citta is predominant by the chanda. So there can be hina, majjhima, panita, 3 we can classify again. So do for the Viryadipadiya Chitta, Chittadipadiya, and then Vimansadipadiya. So in this way, Pasama Kusala Chitta can be classified into, according to this Pali, you can see uh, 19 types. Okay, you can see 19 types. Somnada Sagada, Jnana Sambhayuddha, Hina. There is without full stop after the Jnana Sambhayuddha. And also before the Hina, also there is no omission. But after the Hina or Majjhima Panita, there is omission. So then if you count, so you will see 19. So I make a chart for you. Here is the chart. So tebhūmakakusalaṃ are there. So wholesome consciousnesses in 3 spheres. Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma 1 is Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi, page number 69 to 72. So collectively we know that very well. There are 17 Lokiya Kusala Citta. Right? 17 Lokiya Kusala Cittas are there. There are 8 Mahakusala Citta, 5 Rupavacarakusala, and the 4 Arupa Kusala Citta. So altogether 17. So these 17 Cittas are classified here in Dhammasaṅgaṇī. Purely Viryadipadiya or Chittadipadiya, Vimansadipadiya. Again, Candadipadiya, Pasma Kusala Citta led by the Candadipadiya can again be classified as a Hina, Majjhima, Panita. So also Viryadipadiya, Chittadipadiya, Vimansadipadiya. So if you count, so in this the last column there you can find 4 number and 4. So also 4 DVD we can get also purely without classifying Chanda Hina Majjhima Panita we can get 1. Then if we classify entity as a Hina Majjhima Panita, then there are 3. So altogether 4. That's why here I put number 4. So we get what? 16. Okay, 16 types. And then purely without emphasizing on the 4 adipati, then there will be pure Hina Majjhima Panita. So there are 3. So altogether we have 19 types. Okay, 19 types. So the same goes with the second Mahakusala Citta. 19 types. And then for the third and fourth, that is Jnana Vipayutta. Okay, these Citta, the third and fourth Mahakusala Citta, dissociate from the wisdom, not associate with the wisdom. So that's why Vimansadipadiya is not available. So there will be no Hina Majjhima Panita for the Vimansadipadiya also. That's why here is a no, we don't get for the third and fourth. So there will be how much? You just minus 4, then you can get a 15 types of the third and fourth Mahakusala Citta. So also 5, 6 the same with the number 1 and number 2 Mahakusala Citta. So only Ubekha Vedana is different. Then number 7 and 8 are also the same with the number 3 and 4 Mahakusala Citta. So only different is Ubeka Vedana. So there is no women's activity. So there also you can understand that first and second Mahakusala Citta are Dihetuka. 3 rules. Aloba, Adosa, Amoha. And there. Then number 3 and number 4 only have 2 rules. Aloba, Adosa, no Amoha rules. So also number 5, number 6, 3 rules they are contained. And also number 7, number 8, only 2 rules. So for the Rubhavacarakusala Citta, and here what I mentioned is the 5-4 method. So if you join, then if you put this jhana into 4-4 method also okay. So here, but in the test, for both methods are mentioned, 4-4 method and 5-4 methods also mentioned. So whatever method 5-4 or 4-4 method it may be, so the classification goes the same. So 19 types of classification we can get. So for the 5 Rubhavacarakusala Citta, so also 4 Arubhavacarakusala Citta. Since wisdom associated with Mahagata Cittas, so all the Mahagata Cittas we can say Dihetuka Citta. They associate with the wisdom, not only Aloba, Adosa, but also Amor also there. So that is what appear in the current Pali test, current Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi test. Then commentator regarding this point, commentary Athasalini explain. So what on the page number Athasalini page number 256. Okay, then you can read there Idhani. So now Yasama Sabani Pi Edani tebhūmakakusalaṃ Hinadina Babedina Watandi Dasama Yasma Dasama. The sentence structure is Yasma Dasama. Because they can be classified, categorized in terms of hina, etc. Hina dina, hina, etc. Hina majima panida. Therefore, tesam damba vedam dasedo. In order to mention these differences or classification or analysis, the Buddha said, Kadame Dhamma Kusala di Aradham. So commentator. That is a linking. Okay, previously the Buddha explained separately. Kāmāvacarakusalaṃ, Rūpāvacarakusalaṃ, Rūpāvacarakusalaṃ, like that. But here again the Buddha made effort to explain Kadame Dhamma Kusala, etc. Why? The reason is in order to mention the class analysis by means of the Hina Majjhima Panita. So then there, what is the meaning of a Hina? Hinandi Lamakam. Tata therein. So to elaborate. In that paragraph number 269, the Buddha said, Kadame Dhamma Kusala, etc. So in that paragraph, Tata here means Hinandi Lamaka, Hina low is inferior or very, very, very low standard. Then Ayuhana Vasena Veditava. How can we know? How can we know? How can we differentiate something as Hina, inferior, or Majjhima, medium, and then Panita, superior? So the commentator explained that Tan Ayuhana was na Vedidava. Ayuhana. Ayuhana is the verb form of Ayuhana is Ayuhati or Vayamati. Ayuhati, Vayamati, it means make effort. So when you make an effort, in order to rise in Makusala Cheta. So while you are accumulating Makusala Cheta to rise, then the way may be different. Sometimes you are not interested, just do what you have to do. So like that. Sometimes you have a little bit interest. Sometimes you are very, very interested in it. So something like that. The way you accumulate is different. So if the way you accumulate is a lack of interest, or just traditionally, if you do, then it is a called what? Hina. Then if you put a little interest, then there will be what? Majima. Then highest level is called Vanida. He know the man Maji Bawan Majiman. So Hina Odamana. You divide Hina Odama. Hina between Maji means between. Bawan happens, something which happens between Hina and Maji. Odama is called Majima. So then the next one is a Badana Bhawan Nidam Banidam. Badana Bhawan Nidam Banidam. Badana Bhawan. Badana means main, state of a being, main player. So it means if you want to become a key player, or if you want to get the topmost position, then well, you have to make a great effort, the greatest effort possible. You have to make. So that's why Badhana Bhavam Nida means to bring something that brings to the state of the highest. That's a God Banida. It is Papripis. According to Myanmar tradition, we have a Papripis, and then the root is a ni without dot, without under dot. So, but if you study philology, Papripis, Papripis is a Papripis is a what in the philology we can understand. There is a pra, something like that. So because of the ra there in the preface, then in without under dot change into what? With the dot, with the under dot, Banida. It become a Banida. It is called what? Like a Karana, right? Karana. Karana or Kama, something like that. You have a study in the philology. So Banida is something highest. So it is definition is given here. Oddaman the ato. The meaning is the highest. So Hina Majima Banida. Dani bi Ayuhana wasini va Viridabani. Okay. Ayuhana wasini va. So that the classification, that the categorizing as a Hina or Majima Banida based only on the what? Ayuhana. Ayuhana making effort. Oh, Nyanika, yes. You raise your hand.
Yes, Sayadaw, but I just wait for you to finish your explanation first in this part, and then I will have a question on the Asaṅgaṇīka and Sasaṅgaṇīka in this case. But I just wait for you to explain first, and I can ask you later.
Okay. Okay, you will ask later, right?
Do you want me to ask now? I mean, I don't want to interrupt your explanation, but if you want me to ask now, I can ask.
It's okay, no problem.
Okay, so
Again.
yeah. In terms of when you mentioned about Hina, that we need to put the effort. So the first Mahakusala is Hina because we need to put the effort. But my question is like, what about the Sasankarika, that we have to have someone or something initiate us to do. So it seemed to me like Sasankarika belong to like Hina.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Good question. The Ayuhana, here what I explained about the Ayuhana mean making effort. This classification is based on the making effort. Okay, the how much effort you put in the for the arising of a Mahakusala Citta. Okay, sometimes less effort. Okay, sometimes medium effort. Sometimes very high level effort. So then, in this sense, Hina Majjhima Panita is classified. So Asankarika is maybe some someone initiate. So originally you may not know as well as you have no attention to do Magus, for example, dana. But someone initiate, okay, or encourage you to do. It's a good thing to do. Sharing is a powerful, something like that. With their encouragement, or sometimes with your own encouragement. Okay, sometimes you are reluctant to do this good things, but you encourage yourself. Oh, I should do it. I should do it. It's a good thing to do. So then that also there is a sasankarika. It becomes a sasankarika, even though no one initiate, no one encourage you, but you have to encourage yourself. Other than also sasankarika. So here the point asankarika, the case asankarika, sasankarika is not up to the being ayuhana, putting effort for the rising of the Mahakusala Citta.
Thank you, Sarah. That's very clear. Thank you.
So here, let's continue. So ayuhana wasena. So the way you accumulate Mahakusala Citta or jhana or arupa jhana, whatever it may be. So then commentator explained that much. Okay. Ayuhana wasena only. But regarding the ayuhana, what kind of ayuhana? What would be the specific interpretation of ayuhana? The Anutika is very good because it explains in detail here Anutika. So we have a Muladika, Anutika. In my hand, Muladika, Anutika are together, one volume only. So paragraph, page number 117, there you can find Dhammasaṅgaṇī Muladika, Anutika. So here, they say what? Ime subi eke kasa means eka ekasa, two for each one. Hinadi kasa. Ayuhana. Ayuhana na natadi wasena. Hinadi vedo. Lebi Labadi Wadi Databam. So commentator Anu sub-commentator. Sub-commentator explain like that. So Ayuhana. Yeah. So before this is the Hindi word in that in his explanation. But the way to become a Hina Majima Panita for the Mahakusala and the Megada Kusalasa explained it in detail. Yeah. So this is from Anudika. Okay. Mahakus for the Mahakusala Jeta, maybe first or second or third or whatever. So you may call Ayuana as a Hina. Hina Ayuana, Majima Ayuana, and then Panita Ayuana. So if you do some meritorious deeds, so Ajeti Karena Kadam. Ajeti Karena. So Ajeti Karena is explain what? Jedikara means what? Something you decorate. It means you make it with a decoration, and also sometimes they say what? Out of disrespect. You do kusala, you give a charity, but out of disrespect, without any respect. So sometimes, for example, you are giving, you are going to give something, but sometimes you give without respect and then just throw and then give it, not because of any other reason. So, but because of the you don't care so much, so without care. So then, but you give it. So giving is a kusala jeta, mahakusala jeta arise. But at that time, you don't care much about the thing you give, as well as you don't care much about the receiver, the one who receive your gift. Then, so that kind of dana or sila, bhavana, and so on, vayavacha. So sometimes you ask to do sweeping at home. Your mom or dad or senior, but they ask you, oh please let's clean. You are not interested, so you want to do something else, but you should do it at that time with a happy mind, right? You do it. So that is called ajeti karena. Ajeti karena kadam, that will belong to Mahakusala, but the hina Mahakusala. And then Majima Ajubekanena. Ajubekanena kadam. Ajubeka. Adi ubeka. So Ajubeka is with the care. You do it. You do dana, sila, or bhavana, or vayavaja, or whatever, Mahakusala, whatever good things for the rising of Mahakusala Jeta. But you give a care, carefully do it. Then that is a Majima Ayuvana. Then Banida is a Sakaja Kata, with the deep respect. Okay, with the deep respect to the thing. Also, if you do with the Sakaja, so if you do dana respectfully, it means you decorate, you prepare very well. Maybe you prepare the seeds, and also not only just the seed, but the cloth you put on the seed for the monks to come and sit, and also you prepare the drinking water or maybe flowers and so on. So, and also you decorate your property to be offered. So sometimes you didn't make a decoration, just put it plain and then offer it. Sometimes you make it with the flowers, like Vietnamese people also very clever. They make flowers, they put the property, maybe the rope, the katina rope or wazo rope and so on. They put in the middle of the flowers and in the container they offer. So that sort of thing is called sakaja. And also you offer it respectfully. Okay. So we have the manners that indicates respect. Okay. Sometimes the monk is what sitting on the seat. Then you are standing and then you give something to the monk. So that is not okay. That it does not show the respectful manner because you are standing. So like that. So offering or maybe observing precept also like that, or giving service to the senior persons or monks and nuns and so on, also the same. So in this way also we can classify Hina Majjhima Panita. So for regarding the Mahakusala Jeta to rise. So whatever you do, Mahakusala Jeta will arise, but since Mahakusala Jeta is less powerful or medium power, with the medium power or high power, then the result will be different. So that is also one way of a classification. How can we recognize? So something as a Hina or Majjhima or Panita. Then another way, comment was Anudika explained that Amisa Kinja Khadi Hedu Kadam. Okay, that is a what. You do something good things. You perform meritorious deeds. So out of expectation to get something a little in this very life. Okay, whatever result, a good benefit I may get, okay, in this current life, current existence, with such an expectation, if we do dana, no, if we observe a sila or if we give a service to the senior persons and so on, then that they go what that will belong to hina ayuhana. Okay, amisa kinjek khadi hedu kadam. So even a little bit good benefit I can gain in this life. So with such an expectation, if we do, then that will belong to hina mahakusala citta. So that can be regarded as hina ayuhana. And then majjhima is what? Punya phala kama daya. Okay, punya phala kama daya. Kada kama daya. With the desire. Sorry. Punya phala, where it is. Punya phala kama daya. Okay, so that is what? In the next life. So if I do some meritorious deeds, I will gain some good benefit in the future existences. Okay, so with such an expectation, if we do, that can be regarded as a majjhima ayuhana. So, and then the last one is a kadava mechiva ariya bhawe tide nakadam. So that is you do meritorious deeds without expecting anything. Okay, without expecting anything. Ariya bhawe tide na. So remaining, so remaining in the, 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 in the in the states of a noble, in the noble states. So Kadava Michiwa, Kadava Ichiwa. That is something that should be done by a noble person. Okay. So the Buddha also, for example, if we do dana, so you reflect that, the Buddha as a bodhisattva also, he first perfection he do is a dana. Charity he do first. So that is the way. Charity is the way of the noble persons. That's why I just follow the noble way. So with this in mind, if you offer or if you observe or if you give a service to the senior person, then that will belong to Banita. So then that's also the one way to recognize what is a Hina Majima Banita if we are doing good things. Then next one is what? Oh, Bhava Sambati. Bhava Sambati. Okay, Bhava Sambati Lobi na Bhavati Dam. So Kusala my deeds, you make it happen. So with the loba, okay, with the loba, lobina with the loba. Loba for what? Bhava Sambati. Okay, Bhava Sambati. Perfection in this existence. So for example, you want to be rich, you want to be worthy, and then maybe you want to be famous, and also you want to be surrounded by many people. So with such an expectation, if you do that, they call what hina ayuhana. And then aloba jasayena, aloba ajasayena, bhavatidam. So sometimes we do dana or sila, we observe a sila or give a service to the those who are in need. So then out of what? Out of aloba chitasika. So our mind is inclined to give, we have a less attachment to the things we have. So that's a goal, or what aloba ajasaya. So you just want to give, not want to get, but just want to give. So out of this mind, if we do dana, sila bhavana, then that is called what? The majjhima ayuhana. Then the last one is a banida. Banida is a parahidaya. Okay, parahidaya. So nowadays they go what? Altruistic. Not for one's own benefit, but for the benefit of others. Parahida. So without expecting anything for yourself, but just you want to fulfill those who are in need. So that is called parahida. Parahidaya bhavadidam. So that if there is such a meritorious deed, then we can recognize it as a banita. Oh, punyajari, yes.
So Sayadaw, yeah. Like we have the Myanmar language, we see Prohita. Is this word?
Yeah, that word.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The same word.
Thank you.
Adahida and Parahida. And sometimes it's also complicated because our mind is complicated. Sometimes people they are doing parahita, they are doing something under the name of the parahita, but for their own benefit. That's also happened. Okay, so we have to hear what the text mention is out of desire to fulfill others who are in need. Okay, parahita, not expecting, without expecting anything in return. So sometimes we do maybe more or less we have some expectation. So for because of this, I will get it, and so on. But here is the parahita. It's like that. So parahita is a very beautiful word. In English, they call what altruistic or whatever. I don't know. So this is why we regard it as a Panita Kusala Jeta. If it is a pure, we know that we know what happened to what states of the mind we have while we are doing Kusala Jeta. We know ourselves very well, right? So that's why in order to watch, in order to be vigilant regarding our mental conditions, so these are the standard to examine whether we are really Brahita or not, or whether I do it with the expectation to be worthy, healthy, and so on. Sometimes you see in Myanmar also, some are not in good health. That's why they go to the monasteries and then they say, oh, Dagaji is not in a good health. For his health, we offer the medicine, something like that. So that's also what it's a Mahakusala Chitta, but according to this category, it is done with a Bhavasambati Lovena. So that will be can be categorized as a hina. Okay, inferior. So the last way Anutika provide is that Paritakam. So if you Parita means a little bit, and don't confuse with the with the Parita protective verses, because the same form we have the same Bali name Parita, the protective verses. Here Parita means less, a few. Parita kadam, you do a few things. Okay. You do a few dana, you observe a few sila, maybe among the 5 precepts, just one precept is okay. So even in to keep a one precept, okay, half day I observe one precept, and then maybe just one day Sabbath day, one day Uposatha I will take something like that. That is called Paridaka. Paridakadam. Madasokadam. Madaso means to some extent. Okay. You offer to some extent only to some extent. Or you observe a sila only to some extent. You give a service to the elder persons, then just to some extent. Okay, I will give you service as long as you are in my home, in my monastery. So otherwise, I will not take responsibility, something like that. Madda so kadam, to some extent. Adi madda so, yeah, adi madda so means without limit. Okay, without limit. You do dana without limit, you observe a sila without limit, as much as possible, you do it. And also you offer, you give a service to the senior body and so on. So that way is called Panita. So in this way, we can understand or we can be aware of our Mahakusala Jeta. So Kusala Jeta is encouraged to make it happen. But at the same time, we have to pay attention our mental conditions while we are doing dana, sila bhavana, etc. So in order to make it perfect, okay, hina or majima or panita, these are the way Nudiga provide how to know what are you hana, what effort, what kind of effort we do in acquiring kusala citta to rise. But regarding the Mahagata kusala citta, either rupa or arupa is called Mahagata. So Mahagata kusala citta, but hina majjhima panita is a very simple. Pati ladha madam, okay, just attainment. You trying to practice a meditation on the kasina, then just attain jhana. Okay, you attain the first jhana, second jhana, and so on. First jhana you attain. Just attainment is called Padilat Hina. So then Majjhima is a what? Nati Subhavidam. Naati Subhavidam. Naati Subhavidam. So even though you attain the jhana, but you may enter into the jhana, but you don't try to be master. Okay, Vasibhava, Pai Vasibhava, we studied there. Then that will belong to Majjhima. Then if you become a master, if you practice a mastery on the jhana you have attained, then that is called what? Panita. So that is the way Anuddhika provided how to recognize. Yes, Nyanika.
Sayadaw, so concerning the Majjhima Ayuhana of Punya Phala Kamataya Katang, like this one is we wish for the future result, right?
Yeah, next existence.
Yeah, like so every time we have done some kusala, and then we say idame bunyang aswakya wahotu. So with that, would you think it's belong to here to that Majjhima only?
That is maybe according to the term Punya Phala, it is Asawakaya also a kind of Punya Phala.
Yes.
Yeah. So that can be categorized. But one thing that is according to the term, but in the sense, if you analyze the sense of the Asawakaya means you are expecting no more life, okay, no more existences, no more belongings, okay, Asawakaya, destruction of all khankas or mental intoxicants. So if we consider that sense, it is a very good sense. So, but in this category, if we can put it under the Punya Phala, and if you say Idame Punya Nibbanasa Bachiyo Hodu or Asawakaya Hodu,
yes,
then it according to this term is a kind of what? Punya Majjhima.
Okay.
Majjhima.
Thank you, sir.
So that is Anuddhika. So with the help of the Anuddhika, we can check, we can understand. So the Ayuhana will be different. Ayuhana, even Ayuhana itself can be categorized as a Hina Majjhima Panita in terms of these standards. Then the point go to the where. So in the commentary, let's go back to the commentary here, paragraph number 279. Here what they mention is a commentary, data explanation, and then sub-comment data, Anuddhika's explanation you can match. Ayuana was in Neva Vedita Bani. Then here Venerable Buddha Gosa continue to explain that he okay, he means to elaborate. He want to say What is ayuhana? It will be yes, for someone, for a certain person, ayuhana at the moment of accumulating or making effort for the rising of a kusala, chando wahino hodi. So desire is desire to do good thing is what hina inferior. Viriyanwa, Chaitanwa, Vimansawa. So Chanda Viriya Chaita Vimansasa and the low quality. Okay. So then hina nama. That is called hina. So what the commentator explains is like that. So when you are doing dana, sila, bhavana, whatever, then at the moment your chanda desire, your viriya effort, chaita, and then conscious mind, and then vimansa wisdom, if they are not working the function of adipati, okay, if they are not predominant, rather they are weaker, they are very weak. In that case, we can regard it as a hina. That kind of kusala is called hina. So yasa de dhamma majjima jewa panita ja. Dhamma majjiman jewa panitanja. So the same in a similar manner. Chanda Vidya Jeta Vimansasa in the median level, then we can regard that that kusala is a majjima. Then if one of them, if one is very high, then other follow. Okay, it means what adipati pachaya as a supportive, predominant support is there. Then that can be regarded as a what panita. Yambana Katukamada Sankadan Chandan Duran Chandan Jitakan Chandan Bobingaman Gadawa Ayuhidam. So that this what is the explanation for the Chandadipati. Okay, how Adipati it became, how something became predominant. So Katukamada Sankadan Chandan. Chanda means desire to do. Chanda means something we have a desire to do. So that is Dura. And then Jataka, so the head, the leader, and also the foreigner, Obangamagadava. Making Chanda as a foreigner, as a leader, then as an elder, then whatever we do can be, whatever Maidoria deeds we do, then it can be regarded as what? Chanda Dipadiya. Because it comes through the predominance of the chanda. So also viriya, sometimes chanda is not working to the adipati level, but the viriya is the highest level. So with the greatest effort. So then Chaita and then Vimansa also Isiva Nayo. Viriya Dipatiya Di Supi Isiva Nayo, the same method can be understood. So imasmain bana thani tattawa nayakani daba. So on this place, in this place, having paused. Tattva means having standing, we standing in this place. Naya kanidaba, the method. How many method? Mahakusala Jeta, how many types? Tina Majima Banita, only 3, or with the plus Chanda Deep Vidya Jeta Vimansa 4, 7, and then Chanda also can be classified again into Hina Majima Banita. So how many can we get? How many methods can we get? How many types of the consciousness can we get? So Kanidaba, Naya Kanidaba. It should be counted. Yeah, commentator method is like this. Sabba Patama Vibado Hi Egan Egonayo. Okay. This is what you have to be very careful. Sabha Patama, firstly, first and foremost, or first of all, Vibhado hi egonayo, Vibhado analysis. So and then he said, Hinandi ego, Majimandi ego, Panidandi ego, Chandadipati ego. Like this. So this in this moment you can done Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi, and then there Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi, page number 69. Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāļi only. Somanasasagadan Jnana Sambhayutta Hinam. They don't, the current test don't stop at the end of the Jnana Sambhayutta. Okay. If there is a full stop after Jnana Sambhayutta, then we can simply say, oh, that is a Suddhika method, pure method, without categorizing Mahakusala Cita as a Hina or Majjhima Panita or Chanda, led by the Chanda Viriya Cita Vimasa, without such a special classification, pure method, that would be, so if there is a full stop. But according to commentary, he commented Abhidhamma Piṭaka as I think when he is writing very early, he write at Dhammasaṅgaṇī very early time. So at that time maybe first there is a full stop after the Jnana Sambhayutta, and then that only thing we can count that is a one method, egonayo. Then after that, then if there is a because in order to skip from the repetition, or in order to save the pages or lines, then we can put the piyala, okay, omission sign before the hina and then after the hina. Okay, before the hina, then there is a one full stop, and then Majjhima full stop piyala. It should be like that. In order to count, according as mentioned in the commentary Atasalini. So Sabha Patama Vibhadoi Egonayo, without analysis, Hina Majjhima Panita, up to the Jnana Sambhayutta is a one method. And then up to the Hina is a one method, Majjhima one method, Panita one method, and then Chandadipati then one method. Altogether you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 method. Okay. And then Imetawa Chandadipati Panjanaya. So in this way, regarding the Chandadipati, there will be 5 method. 5 types of Mahakusala Cita, we can simply say. So also Viriya Dipatiya 5, Cita Dipatiya 5, Vimasa Dipatiya 5. So you multiply 5 by 4 for Adipati, then you can get a 20 method. 20 method. Okay. Then a commentator continue to explain that Puri Mowa Ego Suddhika Nayo. Okay, he tried again, he say the first one is pure method. Hinandi Adayo Dayo, Hina Majjhima Panita 3 method. And then Chandadipati Yadi Adayo, Chaddaro, Chanda, Viriya, Citta, Vimasa, etc. Then 4. Then altogether you get how much? Now 1 pure method, and then 3 Hina Majjhima Panita classification, and then 4 Adipati. Altogether, what? How many? 8. Okay, 8 method you have. And again, you have a Chandadipatiya, again classified in Hina Majjhima Panita, altogether 3. So then 3 plus 8, you get a 12. Okay. So in this way also, we sati naya hondi In this way also, if we count, there are 20 methods. Okay, 20 methods. So there is a difference between Pali counting. Yeah, Bonyajari.
So Sayadaw, here, what does mean the Mahabhakarana?
Mahabhakarana, where we didn't reach there. Mahabhakarana is a Bhatana, our next paragraph. Next paragraph. Bhatana Bali.
That means refers Bhatana.
Yeah.
This is
Mahabhakarana.
Bhatana or Atthakatha.
Bhatana Bali, volume 2. There is page number 141 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Bhatana Pali, the Abhidhamma Pali test. So then, so there is a difference. So in this case here, what I found, as appear in the current Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi, only 90 types of the consciousness are found. Okay, as we after the Jnana Sambhayutta. So 19 types are only found. But in the Muladika, okay, Muladika, stay on the side of the current Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi test. So the way Muladika is playing, he go against the Atthakatha. He don't agree with the Atthakatha. That is a Muladika. Muladika Bali, page number 110, 110. They go what? Chandadip, the first paragraph. Id me dawa chandadipadiye panjanayadi. Chandadipadiya nayi andi urima nayana danaya bimukha bhavode sandaya vodam. Then comment it as ayambana pakaro na Bali anugado. It does not match with the Pali test. The commentators explain that. Ayambana pakaro, this variation, this classification does not match with the Pali test. Na hi Pali yan, Sodika Naya Deyo Wodawa, Viriya Dipadi Yadi Naya Woda. So if you look, if you continue to read Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi, so in the case after the Chanda Dipadiya, okay, then if you go to the Viriya Dipadiya, so you don't find any Sodika method, right? Sodika method and then Ina Majjhima Panita, as the commentator explained. So Muladika want to mention that the classification of the Atthakatha, Mahavisati Naya, 20 method classifications are not in accordance with the Pali test. Because he referred to the Viriya Dipadiya in the following sentence. So when the Buddha talk about the Viriya Dipadiya, Hina Majjhima Panita, something like that, then the Buddha didn't say, didn't start from the from the Sodika method. So if there is 20 method altogether, then before Vidyadipadiya, when the Buddha classified about the Vidyadipadiya, Hina Majjhima Panita, then they are also Shokama Sodika method. Because they are without Sodika method, they are mentioned. That's why the commentator, explained that Vidyadipadi Naya Na Voda. Okay. Then that's why Why Athasalini clearly illustrated to be 20 types, okay? Athasalini, Athakatha, but because it is earlier, maybe we drop the book before the sub-commentator. The sub-commentary is a very later than maybe later than the commentary. So by the time sub-commentator is a commentary is a composing, then that may the current form of the Bali text is already there. Before, but by the time Athasalini Athakatha is a composing, maybe there may be some full stop or some mark over there at the end of the Sudhigam Jnana Sambhayutam, and also before the Viriya Dividya, also there may be some different forms of the test. The Bhadadika Sayadaw also in this regard, Sayadaw said, if what the Sayadaw says is that, so according to Visadineya Athakatha, according to Athakatha, Athasalini Athakatha, so there should be Jnana Sambhaya, before the Jnana Sambhaya, after the Jnana Sambhaya, there should be full stop. And then before the Hina also there should be Piyala, omission mark. And then after the Hina also there should be Piyala. And also before the Viriya Dipadiya, before the analysis of the Viriya Dipadiya into Hina Majjhima Panida, also there should be the same method. So like that, the Sayadaw recommend if it should be 20.
So Sayadaw also who's wrong? Pali text wrong, or sub-commentary wrong, or commentary? Who is wrong?
Rather, and you say.
So in this case, so who's wrong? The Pali text wrong, or the commentary, Sayadaw?
So, nothing is wrong. But there may because here is we see Bali text and the sub-commentary, they stay on one side. Okay, Athasalini is staying on another, on the side of the 20. So because in that case we have to base on the the internet evidence. They go when we are applying the textual criticism. So internet evidence is powerful. Internet evidence in this regard, the Sagam Muladika point out the internet evidence. Internet evidence is that if there is a 20 method, okay, 20 method. In the case of Viriya Dipadiya also, there should be something before about the Sudhika Manaya. Okay, but here is no such explanation. That internet evidence. So in this case, Muladika Sayadaw take internet evidence. So that's why it is stronger. Okay, right or wrong is very difficult to say. We can simply say weak or strong. So if you look at the Muladika's reference, so he point out not from the others, but just internal evidence he put it. But at the same time, what we have to consider is the time in which they produce this kind of treatise. Okay, Atthakatha and then Tika, between Atthakatha and Tika, there may be something, maybe 100 or 200 years between this, maybe 6th century, or maybe Atthakatha. Who can tell me? Atthakatha started to appear in which century? Mr. Ryan, can you tell me what?
I don't quite remember, Sayadaw. I'm sorry.
The date, that time, other time, so in this time, we the date or the literature is also play the important role because surely Atthakatha is more earlier than the Tika, right? But the problem is the without the point we can understand is that if there is no such a no such a test, original test, Atthakatha may not be there to say like this. Okay, so even if he says something very different from the Pali text, he should say some point. So because of even though Pali text, Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi text count 19, but we can understand this. We can analyze into 20 method because of this or because of that. He should have he should give a kind of explanation. I think it is a sure for him to give such an explanation. If something is a new, if he added something new to the Bali text. Other than that, other time we can understand is that the version, because of the test, Bali test, it has been very long, long tradition, right? Maybe over 2,500 years already. And also people, other time also, previously they are oral tradition, the transmission of the text is orally, learned by heart. And also later on they have a pan-leaf manuscripts are there, tradition. So copying, writing, then the copyist mistakes are also there because the text contain many PLRs, many omissions. Then the scribe, the one who copy from one manuscript to another, also he may make a mistake because of overlapping. At this point also we can consider.
So Sayadaw,
Mm,
may I have an opinion?
yeah.
No, it's just so here because right here we are talking about the tebhūmakakusalaṃ, right? But then
Yeah.
at the beginning of the cittuppādakaṇḍaṃ, then the Buddha had also already talked about the kāmāvacarakusalaṃ, right? So in there, the Buddha already mentioned the jnana sambayutta, just the pure jnana sambayutta. So shouldn't we take that as the one kind? And if we add that into this part, then it should make it 20, not 19. Right? Because here, because here the Buddha said that jnana sambayuttang hinang and peyala, which means we have based on the what the Buddha already said in the kāmāvacarakusalaṃ citta up there.
That's
Right?
also possible. Very good reason. And the point is that if it is a taking, Puri Mowa, the commentary is should give something. Puri Mowa ego sudika nayo. In that case, the Puri Mo, and you may read it in the commentary, right? There you see Puri Mowa ego sudika nayo. That Puri Ma refers to the very beginning or the Mahakusala, right? In Jnana Samyutta. Now also we can refer back. So if we say like that, it will be no problem. Okay, Purimo wa ego sodika nayo. Hinandi adayo dayo. This is referring to the in the current context. Okay. Yeah. So that way also okay.
So Sayadaw, here the wa the wa is connected with which one?
Wa.
Puri mo wa equals to the Ganayo.
And now Hinadi connect with the Hinandi Adayo Wadayo. There should be the word they don't say again and again, but understood. So because of the purpose of the text is that there are he want to commentator want to mention that there are 20 methods. Okay, 20 methods for the Chandadipadiya. Okay, regarding the Chandadipadiya, there is a no 12 method. Okay, one Sudhika method, Hina Majjhima Panita 3, and then Chandadipadiya, Chaita Viriya Vimasa 4, and then so altogether 8 we have. And then again Chandadipadiya can be classified into 3, Hina Majjhima Panita, then altogether we have a 12. In order to get a number 12, and they say Purimo wa eko Sudhika nayo. So wow. Like that.
Oh, Sayadaw.
Mm.
But what I think is why is connected to the two different ways of counting. So right. So the first way he said that started from the Sappapattamang Vipato and so on, all the way to the Chattaro Panchaka Visiti Honti. That is one way. And then the other way is Purimo, and then that's why he put the wa there.
Wa means alternatively.
Right, yeah. Right.
Wa atawa, yeah, that's correct. Mr. Ryan is correct. So
yeah, I was thinking because if we say the wa is connected with the hina or something, generally they don't put it in the beginning there.
Sure. So wa is connecting words with a sentence to sentence. First method, you can count it to get 20 in 2 ways, like that. Right? You can count to get 20, number 20 in 2 ways. That's why you see after the Dwadasati, A1B also. Okay, A1B Visati Naya Hondi. Okay, this way also 20 methods are there. So the point is if anyway 90 or 20 it doesn't matter. They are maybe stay in accordance with the Buddha's statements. We can count. The way we count may be different, and also a kind of the way we find evidence. Then 90 also okay, and then 20 also no problem. So, but the other time from the sense of the Abhidhamma, there is no problem. But in the sense of the textual tradition, textual criticism, there may be something more to discuss about that. If there is something drop, okay, in the text, or if there is something change in the text form, so throughout the journey of 25,000 2,500 years, right? So that is also interesting. Nowadays, in the West, people, scholars are very interesting to apply textual criticism on the canonical text and the commentary and second commentary Buddhist text, because they have been this method has been applied to the Christian text, like a Bible or whatever, in order to trace the more original one. So in this, if we are interested in this way, this way also one of the points of interest. But in the sense of in the study of the Abhidhamma, as it is, 20 or either 20 with the plus of the Sudhika method. From this method or from this context or from the context we have studied before, Sudhika method we can add. So in this way we can get a 90 also no problem, 20 also not a problem, I think. So thank you so much for listening. Time is up. Is it?
Thank you so much, Sayadaw. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So Buddha Sasanam Jiram Daitadu, Buddha Sasanam Jiram Daitadu, Buddha Sasanam Jiram Daitadu, Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good night.